Hey everyone, this is Carbotonic and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Platinum. Here in the last part we kind of made our way to Floaroma Town, which is just basically behind us. And for today's episode we're actually going to be pretty much exploring the town. It's actually a very small town, and to be honest I believe this is one of the smallest towns ever created for a Pokemon game. And yeah, Floaroma Town is kind of basically more to do with flowers. In the town specifically, you can actually get some accessories in here, which is kind of good for you if you are interested in things to do with like the beauty of your Pokemon, and I guess that kind of does resolve to the happiness of the Pokemon overall. We're gonna actually be meeting kind of like the main team in the game. I'm gonna be showing you who they are just momentarily. But for now, I'm just going to show you around here in the Floaroma Town. I'm just going to explore a couple of the houses, see if there's any, like, usually when you do come inside houses, some of the people inside might give you something, or they, like they usually do say, there will be some useful information that you can probably get to know and get to understand. So, nothing inside of that house just there. Let's just go inside of this house. It looks actually quite bigger. Now, inside of here, I believe, is it? No, it's not this one. We have a Clefairy over there, I think, from the looks of it. Yep, Clefairy, probably so. I think like a lot of the trainers or a lot of the people here in the Floaroma Town will kind of be interested in flowers. Maybe they're kind of like into the beauty stuff. I'm really not going to be boring talking to that person. I don't think that little girl over there would have actually had anything to say. So here's actually some free berries. You probably will come across a lot of these in the game. So here we actually get to pick some orange berries, which will recover HP. I think it's about 10 or 20 HP, so that's kind of nifty at early stages in the game. Let's see what this is. And that's a cherry berry, so that's kind of cute. You can actually plant different berries here. Eventually they will become into like larger berries that you can actually pick off yourself, because when you do pick up I think a few berries that might need extra planting, or you actually kind of need something else to make the berries like grow much quicker. It's kind of like if you were to be a gardener and that type of stuff. So there we go, that's the thing I was kind of thinking. It's the spray dug, which is actually a very useful item, because like I say, that's actually the item that you can actually use to when you plant some berries. Because like I say, some of the berries might need replanting in order to like make other berries, and the spray duck is kind of like a water tank or like a water element basically that you can use to make the how do we say this, like when you do plant, if you do gardening, it kind of makes sense. It's like if you were to plant a plant, basically you put some water on it and it grows. The spray duck is just there to make the process of actually making the plants or the berries grow much quicker. So nicely enough, that lady just gave us another cherry berry, and yeah, one of the other girls I just spoke to talked about the accessory stuff, which is something I'm really not interested in, just because I've never have been interested in like that specific thing in Pokemon games. You can actually do it yourself if you really want to, but for me personally, I don't really like it. So here's some other people. We're kind of surrounded by different types of flowers there. It's kind of cute. Nothing down this way, and yeah, that's basically Floaroma Town. Over here, there's actually two green looking people. Ah yes, it's the Team Galactic. When I said it was meeting the main team again, it's basically just Team Galactic again. I mean, yeah, we're going to come across quite a lot of Team Galactic members, and they kind of actually are in the way and stopping us from bypassing inside of that house. Well, it's actually not a house, it's actually a forest. Whatever, I'm just going to go to the Pokemon Center really quickly. Cutting out the Pokemon Center scene because Nurse Joy is healed our Pokemon, come onto Route 205, which is basically east of Floaroma Town. You can actually pick up some Chesto berries here. And yeah, we're going to actually be making our way to a different section, which is kind of close to Floaroma Town. So don't worry if you're probably thinking, that's it, Floaroma Town, that's it. Yeah, to be honest, Floaroma Town isn't big. So that's some Pecha berries. And yeah, that's kind of cute. Okay, let's go this way. The soil will return to its soft and whatever. Nothing down that way. Let's see what this is. Oh, hang on a sec. Help, 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 trainer, please, I want to see my papa. My papa and I lived at the Valley Windworks. Oh, uh-oh. From the sounds of it, it seems like Team Galactic are kind of at the Valley Windworks. To get to there, you just basically keep going east, and yeah, you will arrive here, basically at Valley Windworks. There's actually a Team Galactic member blocking the entrance into inside of that place, so just come around here and pick yourself up a potion, and yeah, nice, free potion. Okay, let's see what you got to say, Team Galactic member. Don't you dare go inside of there. I like how these Team Galactic members try to be like aggressive, but they're never that too tough. Okay, let's see what this good Team Galactic member does have. He only has one Pokemon, and he has a Glameow. Okay, that shouldn't be too tough. You can take it on Sparky. I'm sure Sparky will be able to handle this Glameow as long as it doesn't annoy me with its physical moves. Let's see. That Fake Out does obviously go first. That's the priority there with Fake Out. It's one of those moves that can actually go first. And you would have Growl. That makes my tackle not to do anything. So this is kind of going to be a little bit repetitive. So I'm going to switch up things here just because I want to get rid of this Glameow. And let's see what I'm going to go into. Let's go into Happy Feet because Happy Feet might be able to take on this a little bit much easier. Bubble might be a much more comfortable move to use against this. Oh, darn it. He would use Hypnosis. I didn't actually expect the Hypnosis. It looks like I'm going to have to switch up things once again. Yeah, the Valley Windworks is actually a place that you need to do, or you need to come to just to like advance the bit of the story around here in Floaroma Town. It's basically a logical progress in this game, to be honest. Like, the way I've showed you so far in the recent episodes, you just need to do it in that kind of order. And yeah, come to Floaroma Town. You can explore. You can actually just walk past Floaroma Town and just come straight to Valley Windworks, sorry, and speak to that young little girl, and she will mention that her father or dad or papa is actually inside of the Valley Windworks. So from the sounds of it, like I said, the Team Galactic members must have her dad hostage, which is a little bit strange, but whatever. Okay, let's go into Zephyr because this is getting a little bit boring, and yeah, this is not really working out for me too much. So it would use Scratch thanks to the Intimidate. That's obviously not going to do anything. Let's Wing Attack. That should be a kill on that thing, and yeah, there we go. Down goes the Glameow. Excellent, get rid of that thing. That caused a little bit more trouble than it should have done, but sometimes that's just the case when you do come across some of these random trainers with green hair. Screw the rules, I have green hair. Like Seto Kaiba from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series. Okay, so apparently he's gonna be a little bit of a douche right now because what this trainer or the Team Galactic member is going to do, he's going to go inside and you're going to hear like a ka-chink, and basically he's locked inside. So I'm just going to make my way once again back to the Pokemon Center. I'm going to explain what's going to happen just in a moment. Now, as soon as that Team Galactic member does actually lock the door from the inside, what you need to do is you need to come back up this way and you need to make your way to the Floaroma Meadow. And inside of here there's actually a gentleman kind of obstructed by two other Team Galactic grunt members, and they're kind of after something such as the honey. Now the honey in this game is actually a very good thing because it can actually attract Pokemon, and you can actually capture different types of Pokemon, like bug type Pokemon. You can actually catch Apom, Heracross for example. What else? There's Wurmple you can actually catch. You basically like lay down the honey on these trees, and at different times or after so many hours during the honey is actually being planted on the trees, the different types of Pokemon will actually come across to these trees, and you know, it's kind of like if you think like a bee in the general life kind of likes honey, and that's kind of same for the Pokemon. I guess that's their philosophy on that type of thing when they did create that feature for this game, as the honey attracts Pokemon and the bee is attracted to the honey, and that's kind of the same for the Pokemon. The Pokemon is attracted to the honey. If you've ever watched the anime, I think maybe in the Johto series, Heracross might have been quite attracted to the honey. So yeah, Ash's Heracross, you probably will come across that, it's kind of like an old episode, but yeah, that Galactic Grunt didn't actually have too much for us this time, so let's see what this other one has. This is actually 2 separate battles that you need to do, so this shouldn't be too tough, but saying that, like me taking on the first Galactic Grunt member back at the Valley Windworks actually caused a little bit more trouble than it should have done, so this is a Zubat. That's actually a little bit easier for me because Zubats are not particularly strong, they're just annoying because they can use Supersonic. Let's just go into Zerfa because with it being evolved, it kind of makes my attack stat go up a little bit more, and it will be much more easier to use physical moves on Zubat, or even like Pokemon in general at this level, because most of the Pokemon should have been too tough, and because I already have like a second evolution, its stats will be a little bit better. So thankfully Spark is actually going to learn Spark, which is basically a weak electric type Pokemon move, which I kind of like. So now that there's going to be another Zubat, I can actually show you what the Spark looks like in this game. I might be able to like eventually show you what the honey looks like with the trees. If you remember like a short glimpse back at the Valley Windworks after during like taking on the Galactic Grunt member, or even doing it before that, there was actually a tree that kind of looked like golden. That's actually the tree that you plant the honey on. So dispatch of these 2 Galactic Grunts, and yeah, they will actually bugger off now because they were trying to startle this gentleman and trying to nick his honey, which was a very bad idea. By defeating these 2 Galactic Grunt members, they will basically drop a key, and the key is to get inside of the Valley Windworks. From actually saving this gentleman, he will actually give you 10 items of honey, or 10 individual items of honey for free, which is excellent. You can actually come back to this gentleman anytime, and you can actually come across of picking up some more honey. So there you go, the gentleman's going to give you the honey. Now inside of this little Floaroma Meadow, there's kind of like a lot of flowers. You'll probably notice that it looks like a rainbow of flowers. So there's actually a honey tree that I can just show you there. I'm just going to go inside of here just for a moment, sorry, just see if there was actually anything for me to pick up, or if there's any useful information I can actually gather from that young little person and the hiker here. And I believe not, that's it. Nope, let's just go back outside. Okay, I think I might be able to, I'm just going to check over if there's anything. Nope, there's nothing over here. It's always a good idea just to check if there's anything. So it will say there's a sweet scent in the air, slather the bark with honey. It's kind of more like a bark or a tree, I guess, whichever you want to call it. Like I say, you can actually just plant the honey on the bark, and eventually you can always come back to these at some point during the game. I don't know how many hours specifically it is, but you can come across it any time, so just give me a moment. Just right here, right now, I'm actually just checking if I kind of need any more items, because we're kind of outside of the Pokemon, but because there's actually an upcoming battle that might be a little bit tough, but we should be fine. We've got 6 potions, and we kind of have like 3 or 4 level strong members on my team, so as you do make your way back to the Valley Windworks, you'll probably notice just on the over here these 2 Galactic Grunt members. I wonder if these actually are the same Galactic Grunt members that we kind of beat back at like Floaroma Meadow when we rescued that gentleman. So they do actually mention a place called the Eternal Forest, which is something I'll probably cover in the next episode. But for now, make your way back over here like to the Valley Windworks. Now the Valley Windworks is actually a good area to pick up a Pokemon called Drifloon. It's something I can actually show you later on in the game. To acquire that Pokemon, you need to come back here on a Friday, and to actually make the event of that to happen, you need to do this area basically. But yep, obviously to advance the story in the game, you need to do this area. As you do make your way back inside, that Galactic Grunt that you originally beat, that locked the door from the inside like a jerk, will run off to his commander. Make your way around this way. There will be, I think, just 1 or 2 of the more Galactic Grunt members to take on. And yeah, they shouldn't be too tough because most of their Pokemon will probably be either like a Stunky, Glameow, Zubat or something like that. I don't remember the order that they might actually use them. So here's a Zubat. Well, now while that's playing, I'm just going to mention the Drifloon. It's actually a no, not psychic. It's actually a ghost flying type Pokemon, and you can only catch it on a Friday. And this is the only area in the game that you can actually pick it up from. I don't mind Drifloon. I think it's actually a good typing, and yeah, it does evolve into a Pokemon called Drifblim at level 28, I think, or something like that. It's actually not a bad type. And just say, for example, if you were to be doing this, like playing the game on a Thursday, and yeah, I think even this might play on the Friday. Say if you did this event on the Friday, like I'm doing right now, beat all these Galactic Grunt members, and yeah, that will actually eventually trigger the event of encountering a Drifloon. And yeah, you can actually pick it up pretty early in the game. It's not a bad typing, and if you didn't want to use maybe like a Starly, for example, I wouldn't count out like maybe not using maybe a Drifloon. It's entitled for your decision, but I've used like a Drifblim before in Diamond, and I kind of liked it. So yeah, so this trainer, this grunt I should say, I always called the trainers or grunts for some reason. Then again, they kind of are like trainers, but that's just their name. Trainer Team Galactic Grunt. Does that make sense? Probably not, but now we do actually have an electric type move. Spark is very useful here against this Glameow. That's a 2-hit KO, unlike the last one, which caused a lot of frustration. Damn that one. So there we go, level 14, excellent. And like I say, I will, if any time during this walkthrough, let's play, whatever you want to call it, if there's an event that I need to come back and show you, which will probably be later on to the backlog of the episodes, just because I can remember a lot more things and I can cover it all differently that way. So this Drifloon thing might be, I can actually show maybe a little bit earlier, just depends on if I get the game to be running on a Friday, and if I'm ever recording on a Friday, I can always do it at some point. So when I do record most of my parts, it's just based on when I get time, because time sometimes is a problem for me because I'm a very busy guy, so working quite a lot and playing other video games. So whatever, this is life, and yeah, take out grunts is what I do for a living. Okay, so once you beat the 2 Galactic Grunt members, you will come across this way. You will see 2 different people. Now, originally in Diamond and Pearl, there was only this one commander. He will mention that there's actually 3 commanders. Oh wait, no, there's 4 commanders, which is correct. His name is Mars. Team Galactic Commander Mars. And yep, this Galactic Commander actually has his own theme, which is pretty cool. It's something a little bit different to the grunts. And yeah, we're about to battle this guy, so if I win, you leave. If you win, we, Team Galactic, will leave. So basically, it's a 50-50 chance. Not really, we've got a very good chance against this. But on a serious note, this Commander Mars has a Zubat. To be honest, the Zubat shouldn't cause too much stress or even problems, because it's only a Zubat, so take that out with, if you do have a Shinx, that should be pretty easy, because you should have at least Spark by now. Or you can actually use your Chimchar, which might be a Monferno by now, because yeah, to be honest, using Chimchar quite early on in this game, it will actually get a lot of good experience. So take out the Zubat, and here is a little bit of a problem. Pure Ugly, whatever you want to call it. Maybe I'm impronouncing the E there, which was a bit silly. So I'm going to go into my Zapper, because this is actually a physical attacker. And yeah, this thing is always stressful for me. I really don't know why. In past times of playing this game, I usually just find this to be frustrating. Okay, so what I would say is, if you have a Monferno or even a Chimchar at this point, you might have the move called Mach Punch. That will be super effective on the Pure Ugly. I'm just gonna keep calling it Pure Ugly for some reason, because it is a cat and it looks it looks pretty ugly, to be honest. So yeah, if you have a Monferno, maybe keep using Mach Punch. Just have to watch out, because it does actually carry an Oranberry, which will recover some HP, which is pretty frustrating, but what can you do? This is one of those times where it's actually against a let's just call it maybe a boss battle, if you think of it like an RPG type of thing, where it's early on, so one of the bosses will be a little bit tough, but not too tough. But yeah, so I use the potion there just because I'm kind of worried that this thing might still cause my team a little bit of a nuisance, so I'm just going to go for a wing attack, and my only other chance is to go for a quick attack in, hopefully, yes, take it out, get a critical hit. That's when everything's in vain, you just get critical hits, and wow, look at all that experience points. And what I'll do is I'll leave like some information on maybe how to tackle the pure ugly. I'm going to keep calling it pure ugly for some reason. Yeah, it's a pure ugly Pokemon, so yeah, goodbye, take it out. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to leave some information on how to take that out, and what? Uh-oh, we've got another evolution going on here. Sparky's evolving, sweet. Yeah, so I'll leave some information about on how to take that out, just because sometimes like narrating over this is going a little bit too quick for me, so I do apologize. So there we go, Sparky evolved into Luxio. Excellent, so our team's kind of looking pretty much better now. Oops, I messed that one up. That's alright though, I enjoyed our tough battle. And this is actually a new person in this game. Originally in Diamond and Pearl, this man wouldn't be behind this commander. I think this was something they introduced in Platinum. I don't know if it's specifically for the story of the game, but that man, he's called Charon, and he's actually a professor, and he's actually quite a smart professor, and he will actually, his character will be kind of more developed throughout the game, and you'll probably get to know him a little bit better. Same could be said for like most of these Team Galactic members and even the commanders themselves. And yeah, so they do actually leave, so make sure you do beat them. To be honest, this shouldn't be a too tough battle. The only problem is the Perigly, like I say. So I'll leave a couple bit of information in the description just so maybe you can tackle it a little bit differently than better than I did, and not get like a critical hit with a quick attack with a bit of luck. So after rescuing this gentleman, her papa, the little girl will come back inside, and she'll be like, "You're stinky. Go shower now, stinky." So she's like, even though she was very, very scared and upset that her father was going to be killed, although he wouldn't, she just kind of like has a bit of a comedian side to herself. So I think we're going to call it off as of today, leave it off there. Next time we're going to be making our way to the Eternal Forest. Because, ooh, yeah, just one more thing. Like I said, we're going to make our way to the Eternal Forest in the next episode, but just 1 second. It's Luca again. What's he lurking about for? This man is everywhere. And, oh, you ran them off, you say? You are a trainer, very well, I shall go investigate inside. Yeah, he's basically a detective or a policeman, whichever you want to call him. And just give him 1 second, he has a quick snoop around, and yeah. Like usual, he's gonna snoop off, and you will probably see him at some point later on in the game. Our next destination, like I say, is the Eternal Forest. To get to there, we just kind of need to go north of where we are kind of right now, but we'll show you that in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been a very long and dwelling episode. I will catch you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.